Looking at old photo albums. This is part 4 because I keep having camera problems, but that's my dad there in the middle holding me, 1966. That's my older brother Michael. That's me, summer of 1966. That's, I think, my uncle, my dad's brother. I said I thought it was my uncle because I haven't met all my uncles and aunts and cousins because it was such a large family. I'm not sure what some of these pictures are. Oh, that's my grandfather on my mom's side. What is going on here? My mom, my brother Steve, and myself. Brother Steve. There's a story behind this picture. There was, I think, a cigarette caused that fire in the backyard, so it must have been memorialized in the photograph. Of course, my family was living in San Antonio at the time, and it must be the backyard. The Alamo in 1966. Family car. My oldest brother. This is some creative photography, I guess, from my brother. The back of my dad's head and the back of my... that's kind of good. And I ought to frame those pictures together. It kind of... There I am being held by my mother. She cut her hair short at this point. January of 67. That's my brother Mike there and a group of neighborhood friends, school friends. Oh, it's my brother Mike's birthday party. That's what it's going on. He's got a homemade superhero outfit or something. Oh, look at that. Me holding a comic book. If I only knew what comic book that was. In January of 67. I should get a close-up of that for earliest picture of me holding a comic book. There's another one. Here I am, 2 years old. Christmas. I assume it's Christmas. Yeah, of course it's Christmas. It's a Christmas tree, right? Kind of would make sense. Like my brother Mike's 12th birthday party going on here. I'm 3 years old now. That's my grandmother that's my paternal grandmother. June of 68, I think that's when she gave me the Batman and Robin puppets. And this is Hemisphere, which was the World's Fair in San Antonio. I still have a shirt I got, or a little sweatshirt I got when I was 3 there. I love going to Hemisphere. Oh, look at that. I still have this Allied Van Lines little truck. But that's the box it came in, so I got it for my Christmas as a Christmas present in 1968. There's a double exposure on this photograph. Okay, so now I know what Christmas I got that present. And that little train set I still have too. Let's see what it's called. What does it say? Lobo Line Special? Lido Line Special. Wow. These are some of my earliest memories about this time period, 1968. I'm not sure who those other kids are over here and that woman, but we were on our way to Germany. My dad had orders to go to Germany, and we stopped by in Philadelphia, and that's my dad talking to his father, who had been a Major League Baseball player. He played for the Yankees, the Cubs, the Phillies, and that's my uncle. But so he's on his way. We're on our way. I remember this. As a little kid, July of '69, and I meet all of these cousins and aunts. My dad with his brothers for the first time in many years. I remember that night, man. They're one of the cousins, I remember, played guitar and played folk songs at this kind of like a family reunion. I'm meeting my cousin here, who now is, 60 years old, I guess. And then we got on an airplane and went to Germany, where we lived in Landstuhl and then Heidelberg. And that's where I went to kindergarten and first grade. That's the last time I ever... No, it's not true. I saw my grandfather and grandmother again when we came back from Germany. And then my grandfather passed away. Well, he had a heart attack while he was driving, and the car flipped over, but my grandmother survived. This is in the base housing in Germany, and that's... I didn't know it, that the base we're living on was an old, here I am sledding, was an old German base, that we'd taken over. And so the like apartments, that's the base housing, I don't know, that's where the German soldiers or officers lived during World War II. This hat I don't still have. I remember vividly having that cowboy hat and those pajamas and that little Groucho Marx kind of thing. And that's a little thing you put over a card table, and it turns it into kind of a little house, a little fort. Yeah. There I am. That's what I'm talking about. It turns it into a little house. There I am with my oldest brother. There's quite a difference in our ages. I look like I'm flipping you off, but trust me, I wasn't. I didn't even know what that meant. I don't know. I think that's not my middle finger. 4.5 years old. Here I am. Our aquarium. See, that's a clipping that my brother put there from Mad Magazine about fish aquariums. So he destroyed a Mad Magazine to put that there. My brother Michael's birthday, 14 years old. There I am, January of 1970, 4.5 years old. 5 years old, April 20th, 1970. That's my party. I wish I could remember who these kids were. Maybe it'll show what presents I got. That'd be neat. Pin the tail on the donkey. I haven't looked at these pictures in years. That's my brother admiring an ice cream sandwich. My dad. That's kind of the way I mostly remember my dad, like that. The smiling pictures are kind of... Look at that picture there. I still have that picture of my father as a paratrooper. Landstuhl, Germany. I still have all those Legos. That's my Uncle Phil there on the left. My dad on the right. My brother Steve up top there. Where are we going? I don't know. This is at an airport. I think my uncle came out and visited us in Germany, and we went to some castles. As I was, we're at a castle. On the weekend, you could go out and visit castles when you're in Germany. I wore that cowboy hat in a lot of these pictures, huh? Oh, there's my kooky spookies from Hasbro. They're glow-in-the-dark ghosts. They're still around. They're in the same room I'm in right now. I remember having, man, that might have been when I was sick. Maybe I was just sleeping here, but I remember sleeping on that couch when I was really sick. I would get ear infections a lot, and I wound up getting, what do you call it, chicken pox. And I remember being on that couch with chicken pox. There's my G.I. Joe talking soldier. I don't know how long I've been paused. Was I paused? Did I already show you the Zeroids there? I don't know. I'll re-show them just in case. I don't know what if I was in pause. I kind of hate the pause button. That's me playing Twix with my older brother. I think I already showed you all these pictures. Johnny Lightning. Looking hungover there, drinking my milk or Ovaltine. Oh man, I wonder what happened to that bedspread, that cool 1950s Cowboys and Indian bedspread. That's what I've been looking for there. I can't find it on eBay. I knew I had a bank that looked like a mailbox with a crazy looking face. It looked like it's out of a R. Crumb underground comic, and I can't find this. I don't know what manufacturer made this toy, but it's so cool, and I don't know why it doesn't still exist in my possession. 6 years old. Must be my birthday party, possibly. Yeah, I'm turning 6. And now I'm 60. Funny how that works. I used to lean out of this window here and pretend I was doing a TV show and wave toys around and show them, and it's almost like I'm kind of doing it on YouTube, showing toys and comics like I used to do. I used to dream of having a show where I kind of did show and tell, and it's weird. April 1971. My father eating. I don't know why someone's photographing him eating, but and a picture of me from later period. That's when we went into the salt mine. We must be, oh man, we must be somewhere there. Where could we be? Oh, I think that's us. Is that us there? Let me see here. That must be my dad, my mom, and me looking out there. See there? Heidelberg Castle, spring 1971. Oh, spring 71. Yeah, oh, there's my dad and my mom. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with this. The Heidelberg Castle was a beautiful castle. It's kind of in ruins. I don't know if that was because of World War II or what. All right, let's look at this one. July 1980, my brother, I think, is graduating from helicopter flight school, I believe. I believe we went down and saw him graduate, and then we went to Disney World in Florida. We're in August of 1980. That's my dad, and I don't know who that guy is. That's the old shed. I'm gassing up the lawnmower, something I should be doing right now. Mowing the lawn. That's me in 1980. I would have been 15 here. And that's me with my oldest brother, Steve. I remember that hideous chair, watching television, wearing dorky house shoes. I still have this picture. I always, they made me do it in art. I guess my mother wanted to put it up on the wall. That's, where are we there? I think that's my brother's house. He was married at the time, and we're playing Atari 2600, I think. February, oh, that's Thanksgiving, 1980. Who knows where we're at? Somebody's house. This is February of 1981. My brother Mike. Yeah, oh man. My mother in February of 81. My brother Mike. My brother Mike and my dad. And with my mom. And then this is there he is. Oops, sorry. There he is. My brother Steve, Mike. I guess my brother getting promoted or something. Camp Stanley. This is probably in Korea. This is my not the Korean War. This is in the 80s when my brother Mike was stationed there. 30 years after my father was there in the Korean War. Yeah, Seoul. My mother in 1981. This is me in 1981. I guess I'm doing homework. I don't know. Me in 1981. My mother. This is a hideous picture of me. Postcards of Seoul, Korea. July 1982, I had a Thing t-shirt. I got it at the premiere of the movie The Thing. That's me eating pizza. Christmas of 82. By this point, everything's being documented with these hideous Polaroids. It looks terrible. It's like technology takes you backwards. There I am. Looks like I'm playing Atari 2600 on my old, that's the first TV I ever owned, this red, white, and blue TV that was made in July of 1976. It's me in high school. Graduation picture from high school. Lots of zits. Look at this shoebox. Personality. It's labeled Vietnam and the house building. So this is Chuck's pictures, so let's see. It's a picture of me being held. This picture's, whoa, the cat just startled me. Pick another picture of me. Cat, leave me alone. I love you, cat, but this isn't the time to barge in, man. Pictures that were never put in scrapbooks, apparently. No. And the other cat is invading. They're trying to see what's up here. I wonder if these are all duplicates of those other pictures. They might be that my dad was in Vietnam, and these pictures, they made duplicates, and they sent all these pictures to him in Vietnam, and then he brought them back, and then they had two sets of the pictures. There's my dad in Vietnam. Maybe it's time for the cats to eat. I don't know, man. Cats, you cannot mess up my dad's Vietnam pictures. Must be people he worked with. Hold on. I have an idea how to do this. Oh, there's stuff written on the back of them. Oh man, I should do a whole show about this probably. Looking toward VC position. Yeah, I should do a whole show about these Vietnam pictures separately, don't you think? That would be, yeah, and just have it labeled Vietnam pictures, and that will be interesting to people that are in the Vietnam War. And yeah, anyway, the cats are telling me enough of these memories. Where are your new memories? Well, yeah, let's start. Let me see if I can stand up, first of all. One of those pictures you saw of me, I had this little guy in my bed with me. Oh, and when I was 9 months old, this is the dog. He's not in good shape now, but this is the dog that was in bed with me. So, see if I can find anything else around here. Whoa, that cat almost got under my feet. Oh, we get a copyright claim for this music. Okay, let's look around here. Where are the two little... Here they are. You saw me holding these Hasbro Kooky Spookies in one of those pictures. And you saw this secretary. I was trying to hold myself up, learning to walk with it. But you know, that's why I put this Avon cat there, because there used to be this cat sculpture there of my mom's. And yeah, what else is around here from the early 70s in this room? Well, there's a lot of stuff that's still around. Let me see. I can't think, man. I'm tired. Well, this was how I thought I would spend this Mother's Day, looking at pictures in the family album. This is Ambrose. And this is Callie, newest additions to the family. And if you're still watching, this is something I've had since back then. You didn't see it in any of the pictures. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. This is Unto
him be glory in the church by Christ Jesus, throughout all ages, world without end. Amen.